ladies, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and go watch all my recent videos and go like and comment on those too. Go show some love. But I'm sorry that I've been MIA, guys. Like with school starting and like essays and projects and like homework and just like all these things, like, so let's get into that. All right, so today's story is going to be about the time I got into a fight freshman year. I think I got into that fight like 2 or 3 months into the school year because the fight happened before we went on quarantine. I know that. So yeah, just a little backstory. I was in this messenger group chat. Like before school started, I was already like in this messenger group chat, and like, you know, we would text and stuff, but like I never like really met, like it was probably only like 2 girls in there that I like knew, like I've linked them, I'll speak with them. And one of the girls, like I've been like friends with her since 1st grade, so we're gonna call her Sandbox. But she comes into the story like later on, but she doesn't really have like no important parts, but she's in the story. So like the only person I really knew in there was Sandbox. But yeah, I was in a messenger group chat, like, you know, we would always text and like, you know, be on like the little video call and stuff like that. So yeah, keep in mind, I'm in a messenger group chat with like mad different people, like niggas, bitches, all that. So, you know, school just started. Like in New York, school starts September 13th. So, you know, school just started, and like on like the first week, I already made like 2 friends, like 2 people that I was jacking as my friend. Like we had the same schedule, we would go to class together, like all the same class together. We would always be in the hallways together. Like those was my 2 friends. So like we just clicked like the first week, the first 2 days. So we're gonna call the first girl Chipmunk, and then the second girl Squirrel. So Chipmunk, me, and Squirrel. It was always us. But then like after a while, because like, you know, like when school's starting, you know, like them 2 joined cheerleading together. So then like it was becoming like more like them 2 together. Like after school, like they would have like cheerleading practice, so like, you know, they would always talk about cheerleading. But like in freshman year, I was really like fat and like insecure, so I didn't want to be in like no little like skirt and stuff, you know, cheering. So I just let them do that. So, you know, like, you know, I still got the little messenger group chat going on. Like we all just cool, laughing, making jokes, you know, just talking like how regular group chats talk. So, you know, it's like a couple weeks into school, everybody's getting like acquainted. Like the kids is not really being quiet, like they talking and like socializing more with each other. Like, so, you know, everybody's just cool. So yeah, so Taylor Taylor's the girl that I fought, so keep that in mind. Me and Taylor fought. This is about me and Taylor. So, you know, I knew that Taylor had a boyfriend, right? I knew that Taylor had a boyfriend because like I would watch her snap, and like she would post messages, and like the contact name would be like Papa Bear and shit. Or like she would just post stuff like, oh, I love my boyfriend, like shit like that. Like I knew she had a boyfriend, but I never knew who he was, what he looked like, what his name was. Like so keep that in mind. I didn't know nothing about her boyfriend, but I knew she had one. So like that's how me and Taylor kind of started becoming friends. Because I remember one time I went up to her and I was like, oh, you that Facebook famous girl. Because she had like 600 likes on that one of her. I think it was like 300 or 600. It was one of those. And she was like, yo, why everybody keep coming up to me asking me that? But like, you know, I was just saying it like as a joke. So like that's when me and her started talking and everything. And then she started coming to school with this, like, mind you, Taylor's like a slim, skinny girl. Like she's slim. Like she's probably like this wide. She's like skinny, like she's like a little petite girl. So Taylor would come to school with this like this big ass Nike sweater, and it would be her boyfriend's sweater. So we're gonna give her boyfriend, and his name is gonna be Poland. So she would come to school with Poland's sweater on, and like the sweater would like touch her kneecaps. Like it would fit her like a dress, and like me and her would always joke about it. I'd be like, why you got that goofy ass sweater on? And she'd be like, yo, Leah, stop playing with me. Like that's how like we started talking more, basically. And then like, you know, at lunch we play like Uno and shit. So, you know, it's just a regular day. And like on Facebook, everybody on Facebook was playing this game called Answer. So let me tell you how that game Answer go. Group chat with the people who's playing Answer with you. And like somebody in the group chat asks a question, they gotta go on Facebook and make a status, and like the status just has to say answer. So like whatever question that was asked in the group chat, like the people that was in the group chat and was playing, they gotta go onto the status that says answer and answer the question. The question was like, who's the ugliest person you know? they gotta answer the question on the poster. Like, they'll be tagging people, and the people that will be getting tagged will be like, oh, what was the question? Like, they didn't know the question. But that's the game that we was playing. Like, we was in a group chat and everybody playing answer. So it was like, oh, y'all want to play answer? So we was like, yeah. They add us to the answer group chat, like they add like other people who wanted to play. So we in the group chat, and one of the questions was, who's the pussiest person you know? So then this girl that I don't even know, she screenshots Taylor's Facebook. You, like, me and Taylor not close, so like we're not really friends like that, but I know her. I be laughing with her, like me and her is cool. So you're not gonna just sit there and like call my friend pussy. Like, you're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna just talk about her in my face and then me go and smile on her face tomorrow like some girl wasn't just talking about her, okay? And I'm like, oh, you bugging out. My friend is not pussy. She would that like body you. Like, I was sticking up for my friend Taylor. And then I screenshotted it and I sent it to Taylor. So like, alright, I'm back, y'all. I just put some oil on my lips because I couldn't even find no blood stacks. I went to Taylor, and then, you know, me and Taylor talking about it, and she sent me the screenshot of what she said to her. So I'm gonna put those screenshots in right now. You can pause and read it. I come to school late because the commute from my house to the school was like an hour away, and I just be loving my sleep so much that I don't want to get up out of bed. So I go to school, you know, we in the gym. I see Taylor, Chipmunk, Squirrel, and like a whole bunch of like other people that I be talking to and stuff. So I go and sit with them, and you know, Taylor is telling all of them like the story about what happened in the group chat. So while Taylor's telling a story and stuff, I hear her say, oh, and my boyfriend was in there and he didn't stick up for me.
Wait a minute.
So I'm like, who's your boyfriend? She's like, Poland. So let me give you a little backtrack. So in the main group chat, Poland was always flirting. Like, he was always flirting. Like, he would flirt with Sandbox, talking about, oh, like, let me bite your butt. Like, oh, you mad fire, let's get married. Like stuff like that. And he would flirt with me too, and I would flirt back. But like, I wasn't even on like no serious shit. Like, you know, like, I know you joking, I know you're not for real. So like, I would just flirt back. You know, those was like the kiddie days though. So mind you, me and Poland would be texting like on iMessage, and like we would FaceTime. But when we was on FaceTime, he would never say nothing. Like, the call would be dead. So I would just hang up on him, because it's like, if you're not talking, you're just sitting there watching TV, you're not saying nothing, what is you on the phone for? So I'm over here like talking to her nigga, like texting him, all of that. So when she say Poland, I'm like, son, like, after that, I already knew like the friendship was up. Like, the friendship that we was building, and it was just done. Cause I was just like, yo, like, my heart dropped when she said Poland was her nigga, because I be flirting with him, other bitches be flirting with him. So I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. So at first, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even want to tell her. Like, I didn't even want to tell her. I wanted to lie about it. But then after I was just like, oh, I just told her what happened. Like, I told her the truth, because I'm not even gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna lie just to keep a friendship. Like, I'm gonna just tell you what it is. So at this time, it's like lunchtime, and like I don't even know how, but that shit spreaded mad quick. Like, it got around, like, and I'm not gonna say around the whole school, but it got around like my grade. Like, it didn't get to like 10, 11, 12. So they was like, oh, Leah took like Taylor nigga. Like, they would be saying like they was asking questions. Like, I would hear stuff like around the school. So Taylor like gets up and she goes to the bathroom. I think she went to cry. I don't even know if she got like mad or she cried, but she just got up and like took a break. And then like, but like, even after that, like that day, like, we was still cool and stuff. Mind you, Taylor ran track, and you know how Chipmunk and Squirrel will like do cheerleading. I wanted to do an extracurricular too. So, and mind you, I was fat, so I was just like, all right, I could go to track, and like that would be a good way for me to lose weight. So, and Taylor wanted me to join track. Like, she said she was gonna help me in all of that. So I got my my application and stuff. So that same day when I got my application, everything happened, I think it was in last period, and she was like, oh, and you gotta go to the doctor and like get a physical. Like, she was telling me what to do and stuff. And then this boy, we're just gonna call him Storage, he's a dick rider, he gonna be like, oh, he gonna chuckle and be like, oh, Leah, you joining track? And then Taylor like defending me, and she was like, yeah, she's joining track, and what about it? He trying to say fat girls can't run. Like, what you trying to say? because I'm not even fat no more. Me and Taylor was still cool, and like at last period when we got our phones, she was like, oh, send me the screenshots, like send me the screenshots of like what we was texting and stuff. Mind you, I was flirting back, so it would just be like, so it really just looked bad. Like the whole thing just looked, it was just bad to look. So, you know, I'm sending her the screenshots, and I'm not even gonna lie, I did delete some messages. I'm not gonna lie. I deleted some messages because one of the messages, like, it was like this TikTok to him, and I forgot what he said, but he said something back. Like he was matching energy type shit. So I deleted that, but like he sent her the screenshots of it, so she already, like, I knew she was gonna see them once he sent the screenshots. Just put the screenshots like over here. A little days go by, like I was coming to school, like even after that, you know, I was coming to school and like Chipmunk and Squirrel, they was distancing themselves from me. Like they was basically like going to like Taylor's side to be Taylor friends, and they wasn't really fucking with me no more. So like that was just crazy, because like me and you, we supposed to be like day ones, but like after that whole situation happened, you went to go be her friend, and like you left me. So it was like I really had no friends. I was just like Dolly. Taylor had texted me. She had texted me one time clearing the air. I'ma put the screenshots of her clearing the air. Me and Poland was not like communicating in the group chat. Like we was not replying to each other's messages. Like we would ignore each other's messages and talk to like the other people in the group chat. So that happened for a while. Like me and Poland wasn't speaking in the group chat for a while after that happened. So then I see like me and Poland, like he was just like I told you, me and him wasn't like replying to each other, nothing like that. But then I said something in the group chat and he replied to my message. So I'm just thinking like, oh, I guess we're like cool again or whatever, right? So then he got an attitude, but it wasn't with me. Like he got mad about something. So then they removed him. So I texted him like, oh, you ready to take it off timeout? Like, do you want me to add you back to the group chat? And then like I don't even know how many minutes later, but Taylor texts me like, oh, why are you still texting Poland? Da 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 da. And I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, all I did was ask him if you want to get added back into the group chat, and you're over here texting me. Like, you stay texting me about this boy. Like, leave me alone about this boy. Like, me and him don't text no more. We don't talk no more. You still talk to him even after you seen what was going on with him. So it's really just like, what do we do? Like, I don't care. So I'm gonna put the screenshots of her texting me about Poland. He just texted me like, oh, why are you still texting him? You have a whole nigga, because I did have a nigga at the time. Like, I did have a nigga. But all I did was ask him if you want me to add you back to the group chat. Like, I don't think my nigga would be mad at that. So then she was like, oh, matter of fact, come get his hoodie from my locker on Monday. Girl, nobody want that big-ass hoodie that you be wearing. Like, what are you talking about? Now you just sound crazy. So now, me and her going back and forth. She talking her shit, so I'm talking my shit back. That shit was real bogus. So I think the day after that, me and her fought. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, so like after that happened, you know, I already kind of knew what was up. Like when that messages, I already knew what was up. So I was just prepared. Like I wore my fighting shoes. I didn't wear nothing with a hoodie on the next day. Like I was good. Like I walk in, like, you know, the energy, the vibe is just off. Everybody looking at me, and then, you know, Storage, the dick rider, he gonna say to me, he gonna chuckle again. He gonna be like, oh, Leah, you better be ready. But he said it like low, but I heard what he said. So I'm like, it's up. So like now my heart beating, like, you know, my heart beating. I'm like, all right, we about to do this. So I just sit there and I tie my shoes. I'm tying real tight because I had a fight in the past when we was fighting and my shoe came off. So I didn't even want to repeat that mistake. I had the Nike book bag, but I had it like real loose to where it was hanging, like it was hanging. So I loosened my book bag, and I'm one of those people that got to plan shit. Like, you know when you want to shower and you planning a scenario? That was me. So I'm just planning like how I'm gonna do this shit, cause she's not gonna pop on me, right? I'm gonna walk in the hallway. She gonna come up to me, and I'm gonna drop my bag, and I'm be like, so let's get it. So that's what I was planning in my head. Like I had to plan that in my head. So, you know, class over, you know, my heart's still beating. Like, it's not beating, like, out of fear. That was, like 5%, like, we're just like, I'm about to fight. So, I didn't even have no nails or nothing. Like, I took the nails off, all of that. So, you know, the bell ring. I'm walking in the hallway, and I'm walking, like, my regular pace, you know? I'm walking my regular pace, and, like, the way the hallway is, like, I was like right here, like in the middle, like, and me and Taylor make eye contact. We peep her, but I'm still walking, you know, I'm in the middle of the hallway now. I'm like in the middle of the hallway down there. Taylor back there. I'm like, you know, the bell ring, everybody trying to transition. So I hear her go, go, go. But like I hear her order from the back. I'm like, these bitches is chasing me. Like, I'm not running, girl. I'm not going nowhere. Like, I already know what's up. I'm not gonna run to class and try to, like, you know, no. So I'm just, Taylor come up behind me. Like, oh, bro, let me go back. See, because now I'm messing up the story. Wait. Let's go back. So, after that happened with me and Taylor in the messages, when she was like, oh, why are you texting Poland? I go in the group chat, and now me and Poland is arguing about it. Poland gonna be like, oh, my bitch will beat you up, da-da-da-da-da. So, you know, Sandbox like, oh, Taylor beat up Leah. She could never. And I'm like, that ass, though. Like, what are you talking about? So, like, we all just arguing in the group chat, right? So now, like, we all just arguing, and, like, that's what Sandbox said, right? Keep in mind, Sandbox said, Taylor beat up Leah, she could never. And I second that. I co-signed that. So, you know, we in the hallway, Taylor come up behind me, and she was like, oh, so, she was like, she said something like, oh, so you said I can't beat you up, or like, she was like, so you said you were gonna beat me up? So I'm like, what, bro, I never said that. She was like, bro, why are you lying? I seen you said it in the group chat. Girl, you know you seen Sandbox, because she has Poland Facebook password, so she's seen it over. So I'm like, girl, you know damn well you seen Sandbox say that. Like, she just wanted an excuse to fight, you know? But I could see why she did that. So I'm like, I never said that. So then, you know, the scenario I had, I dropped my book bag. I'm like, so what's up? Let's get it. So I dropped the bag. I hit her, she hit me, and then I think my glasses came off. I'm not even sure. So she hit me, and my glasses just flew somewhere. So me and her fighting, and then I fell. I feel like if you fall in a fight, it's up. Like, you're gonna lose. If we stay on that floor, she's gonna beat your ass. Get up. So I fall and I get right back up. Like, I wasn't even on the floor for more than 5 seconds. Hand on the Bible, honest to God, I was not on that floor for more than 5 seconds. So I get back up, me her fighting. So then I swing her on the floor. Now I'm just macking her shit. Like, I'm just doing what I gotta do. So then, like, you know, like I said, she's a petite girl, so I gotta use it to my advantage. So as soon as, like, I pick my foot up, to, like, stomp on her ribs, bro, this man teacher, he comes in, he, like, tackles me from the side. If I would have just crushed, like, if I would have broke this bitch ribs, broke her nose, all that, like, I was really coming to destroy. And when he did that, it really just crushed my soul. Like, I was so mad. I'm like, nah, I want to get it again. Like I was so mad. So yeah, me and Taylor fought, and, like, even up until now, people say that I lost that fight. They be like, how Taylor beat me up. But I feel like, how did I get beat up if I was the last one on top? He tackled me. He took me off of you. You was on the floor longer than me. How you gonna say you beat me up? And, like, you know, nobody was fucking with me. Everybody was fucking with Taylor. It be people who was all the way in the back of the fight that was talking about I lost. You heard that from somebody else. And the people in the front was Taylor's friends, like her homegirls and all of that. So it really just was like, whatever, bro. Like, I know what the fuck I did and I know what the fuck happened. So yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the story time. I hope y'all enjoyed the screenshots. I hope y'all paused. Comment down below what type of videos y'all want to see from me, and I'm gonna get them out to y'all. But right now, I'm about to go edit this video and save. I want everybody to thank God for waking you up today. Praise God. Thank God for Jesus, because you just gotta do. Thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to even get to tell y'all this story. I'm gonna see my babies later.